Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we'll be checking out the patch notes for an update that's coming out on July 25th, next Monday. I'm going to be off that day. I'm going to be streaming in the morning, 10 a.m. Central Time. We're going to be doing a deep dive on the content. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. We'll be checking it out. All right, Tier 8 is the big part of this update. Tier 8's coming here. It's going to be Tech Tree, Researchable. We'll go into the numbers here in a moment. The ships, we've already covered it, but if you didn't see previously, on the United States side, we got Maine for battleship, Buffalo for the cruiser, Allen M. Sumner for destroyer. Japan, battleships, the Izumo cruiser is Ibuki, destroyer Yugumo. Germany, coming in hot with a battleship called Friedrich der Grosse. We call it the Friedrich der Grobe around here. Cruisers, a Ruin and destroyer Z-46. And the Soviets, battleship Sovetski Soyuz, cruiser Dmitry Donskoy, and the destroyers called Delny. Alright, so all these tier 7s right now, you have elite XP on them, right? If you've fully grown out all the mods and you continue to play the ship, you get elite XP. Now, theoretically, you could convert this into global XP or whatever it is. I don't know. It's a very expensive process. I've never done it. Never would recommend doing it, but all that elite XP is going to be gone, and it's going to go into ship research into the tier 8. So are you going to have enough for your tier 8 on day one? If it says elite XP 200,000 plus, anything over 200,000 on the port screen, 300,000 combined with the 100,000 that it took to put the mods on, then yes. If you have that XP and I think it's 30 million credits. Okay, so it's a big investment to get these ships, yes, but it's definitely possible. I'm going to be planning on having enough resources for 10 of them on Monday. So we're going to be doing deep dives. I'm going to be doing polls. You guys can pick which ones we unlock. So tune in for the stream if you got a ship that you're interested in, but you don't know if it's going to be worth the resources or not. We're going to be covering almost all of them. All right. Now, it says 3 legendary years here in Wargaming's mind. This game was launched 3 years ago. In everybody else's mind, it was launched 3.5 years ago. Something called early access. American, British, and Japanese ships were in the game. And then 6 months later, they said, oh, we launched the game now. And then the German nation was introduced as well. And basically nothing else changed at that point in time. So early access to me, I'm an old guy that played games on something called cartridges back in the day. We roll our eyes when we hear early access. It's just a marketing ploy. Anyway, here we are on the 3rd year anniversary. Bonuses. Windrose bonuses, the first win of the ship during the update through August 8th through the 15th. There's going to be a bunch of bonuses. Now, tier 8, they're going to be 1 insignia per win. So that's going to be a nice boost for anyone that's got resources for a lot of these ships. But then you got your big summer crates at legendary tier and then battle boosters and camos down the line there. So decent stuff, you know. And there'll be a tier 2 vampire, a Commonwealth ship. I think this might be, is it Australian or Canadian? I don't know. You guys let us know in the comments. That's going to be available, it says, in the in-game store. All right, so either on your Xbox or PlayStation consoles, you go to that store from August 1st through the 29th of August, and you'll be able to get this Tier 2 Vampire. It could be an interesting little destroyer. Tier 2 Goofballer is always welcome, and by the way, it's got a new commander, Leonard Murray. Okay, so is he a Dimitri, or I'm sorry, is he a Dewey generic commander, or is he an actual destroyer commander? Time will tell. We don't have any more info as of yet. Anniversary Bureau. They did this last year where they kind of do a Bureau project, and I think you get a bunch of crates from them, but it's just all the segments are reliving the past moments. So grab that. Might as well. I'm sure that'll be time limited at some point. Collaborations. Return of the collaborations and event goods are going to be back during this anniversary period. Arpeggio of Steel, which has interesting stuff. Golden Week, Ars Nova. I don't know if Ars Nova, I think that's Warhammer. Who knows? Black Friday, Halloween, New Year, Lunar New Year, Stellar Crash. Chance to get the all-new Des Moines Galaxy skin. Okay. So a lot of stuff coming back. If there's a bunch of commanders available, maybe I'll do another video going over my thoughts on which commanders to get, because there are some that, if they're targetable, you know, if you can say I want to get that commander, they could be worth doing. If there's a crate that you got a 1 in 30 chance to get that commander, well, then it's up to you if it's worth the investment or not. But anyway, stay tuned for that if you're interested. There's a new birthday port. Hopefully it's one that has sunlight so I can make some thumbnails and get caught up on all the new ships, because nighttime thumbnails don't do well on YouTube. Campaign. Are we ever going to talk about the campaign? Well, it's a tier 8 battleship Republique. All right, 431 millimeter guns, 4x2 config. I think one turret in front, one in back, I believe. Swift main battery reload, engine boost, solid AA suite. I mean, it sounds good. And, we'll check that out. No doubt about it. We should have that on Monday as well. Okay, campaign looks pretty standard. 100 segments, 5 weeks, you know the drill. Treasure hunt is here again. Now this I was reading, I don't know anything about it. Summer web event returns. You might remember the treasure hunt. I don't, but you might. From the previous year, and it comes back in an even better shape. This time you can acquire up to 2 Super 5 crates. Super V, Super 5, who knows. Including the usual crate exclusive Shinonome. But also the latest Tier 5 premium ships added to the range of available drops. You got Arizona, Hyuga, Zuiho, Anshan, Huanghui. Oh, God. So, yeah, there's going to be a blog post on the 8th of August about this. So, I guess this is an online type of thing. Colbert Bureau Project. People have been scratching their heads. Where's the Colbert? We saw it in early sneak peek. I think it was at the end of last year. Or probably right around the turn of the year, they had a test drive event for the legendary tier ships. Colbert was included on there. Now, I played it. Squishy. You hit it, it dies. Very fragile, but pumps out damage like nothing else. I mean, it's a crazy ship. So very high risk, high reward type of a ship. I think a lot of people that played it, the community contributors and whoever else, seem to like it quite a bit. Now, how it's coming available, it's a Bureau project, but the Bureau project is only available for steel, 3,000 pieces. I can't remember, is Missouri 3,000 or 4,000 off the top of my head? I think it's 3,000, but I mean, either way, it's, you know, this is the new steel ship, basically. Now, why we have to sit through a Bureau grind after it is beyond me. I guess because it's legendary, they feel that's interesting. I would just give it for the steel, because the steel's multi-year grind, for God's sakes. What do we need to sit through a Bureau project for 2 months after that anyways? But that's the scoop. So Colbert is going to be available. Auction, something called the auction's back. It says there's a guy's Alice Thompson, who's the auctioneer lady. My recommendation, Wargaming, if you guys want to pass it along on like the recommendation feeds, there should be a button to permanently turn the guises on and off. Like, I got all these guises for free from them. I appreciate it. Makes the shells look pretty flying around, but I can't tell who the damn commanders are anymore. Let me just click on the screen and say, all right, the guises are active, sure, but I want to see who the actual commander is. Great recommendation. Anyway, there's that. And by the way, there's another tier 8, this time a German premium destroyer Elbing, which this is the huge underlying part of this. This will be available for global XP in the future. My guess would be about a 1.5 million global XP for tier 8, but we don't know that. Yeah, that's just speculation. But do not go crazy with this auction. All right, in fact, my recommendation to the entire community would be to ignore it and just have it go away. It's a stupid idea. But nevertheless, if you want to pursue the Elbing, wager all your doubloons. New ships of the update. We're going to have a tier 7 German premium aircraft carrier Graf Zeppelin. Alright, now this one should be interesting. It's got big secondaries. We saw them sailing around there for a couple days, and when they were testing them, seemed like it was pretty interesting. I guess this will just be a buy the ship type of a premium. Here's the Elbing again. Whatever, I'm not going to... Maybe I'll be able to cover it. I don't know if they'll loan us that one or not, being an auction ship. Here's something interesting for you guys. Italian battleship commander Angelo Iachino. Okay, accuracy battleship commander. This should have been available on launch. They were trying the scheme where they had an Azure Lane accuracy commander, Latorio, I think her name is. And so I got it for free, luckily, but some of you guys ponied up the cash. Angelo should have been available out of the gate. I thought that was kind of a goofy move. Nevertheless, those of you that had the willpower to hold out are being rewarded now. And it looks like a pretty interesting commander. Base trait, increase your main battery shell grouping by up to 5.6 while shooting at cruisers and by up to 2.4 while shooting at destroyers and battleships. That sounds really interesting to me. Like, really interesting. So we're going to take a hard look at that. I think we're going to put some points into old Angelo here and test out just what that does for accuracy. That might even, this is kind of the cool concept, and maybe they're actually responding to some of our recommendations, that they come up with kind of commander skills that actually reward good behavior. And here it is. If you're shooting the cruisers, which should be battleships' main targets, you're more accurate. All right, so that's actually a really cool concept and helpful. All right, so I like that commander quite a bit. Just glancing at him here. Weimar moving to tier 7. We all knew that was coming. Repair party is added, but they did not receive a 4th mod slot, which is kind of an interesting idea. They deem their performance, or her performance, as more than adequate without additional mods. Okay, well, interesting. Captains who previously acquired the ship and don't dig what's happening here are eligible to exchange it for 12.5 thousand doubloons, or 12,500 to be precise, by filling out a support ticket. Click on the link on the patch notes on their blog, and then that'll be available till August 14th. So if you don't enjoy the Weimar anymore at tier 7, get your money back, I guess. Carrier balance changes. Carriers are getting a buff. Alright. Planes have more HP, about 150 on average. Alright. Changes affect the fallen ships. Most of them. I'm not going to read all of them, but... Oh, the Poe Beta got a buff. That's good. That ship was really suffering. Oh, the Parsifal got a buff. Good. Yes, that was suffering. Interesting here. Main gun battery reload booster now works even if any of the main battery guns are incapacitated. That's a good change here. The French consumable, or largely French consumable main gun battery reload booster. If any of your turrets were ever knocked or destroyed, you couldn't use the consumable anymore, which is kind of bizarre. I guess it didn't really make much sense. Let's see here. Anything else? Detectability circle now displayed around the squadron on the mini-map. And you can't send quick commands once your carrier's sunk. So, that's pretty much it for the notes themselves. I'm always interested, the reason I make these videos mainly, well, number 1, to inform you guys, number 2, to get feedback, because I like to always have you guys tell me, okay, what excites you guys, what doesn't. You guys do that by going in the comments and letting me know, and then I check them out after a few days every time and kind of see, okay, this is what people are really hyped about. We'll get in covering that first, and we'll do a little bit of a deeper dive. This looks interesting, but not too many people will put that on the back burner. So you guys let me know what you're thinking. I'm interested in hearing now which kind of ships you guys are thinking about targeting right away from tier 8. Those of you that didn't let me know in the last video, let me know here so I can get a good tally of what's interesting you guys. And once again, tune in on Monday, 10 Central in the morning, and we'll be covering basically the campaign ship and all the tier 8 ships but 2, which will probably be Dmitry Donskoy. Well, no, you guys are going to vote on them, so I'm not going to... We'll find out which ships, but we'll be covering most of them. So anyway, that's going to do it for that one, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming for you all the time. Questions, comments, leave below. Love to hear from you guys, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.